this week on Days of Our Steelers. I woke up at the early hour of 7:30 Eastern Standard Time this morning, and, as always, I checked my phone. The news that graced my eyes was some of the worst news I could have ever possibly received. You would think one of my parents died for how I reacted.
Oh my, this is insane. You only got a third-round pick from two. Oh my god. Dude, oh my god, at least you got a second-round pick for Chase Claypool. Oh my god, how did you let this happen?
The Black and Gold Brigade went from having one of the worst receiver rooms in the league last season to one of the most underrated this offseason, and then to shit on all of that and go completely back to square one. At least when the Steelers got rid of Chase Claypool, Juju Smith-Schuster, and Deontay Johnson, there was a second and even third option waiting to step up. DK Metcalf isn't anything to shake a sheet's hoagie at, but what's after that? Calvin Austin III? He's alright, but as a second option? I don't know, guys. Sure, they're both expensive receivers, Metcalf and Pickens, but could we not enjoy having a competent receiver room for like a season? Maybe even just half of a season? And I mean, to give the Steelers some credit, they've always seemed to trade or not sign supposed star receivers right before their skill disappears from them, like the Monstars took their powers from them touching a football. Some of you may be saying, guys, come on, just let Omar Khan cook. Lest we forget that the Steelers have no real quarterback at the moment. Don't get me wrong, Mason Rudolph is fine as a backup. And Will Howard, for as much as I like the kid, has to be held to the standards from where he was picked. Don't expect a huge splash of an impact right off the bat. Meanwhile, Aaron Rodgers is somewhere up in the Himalayas meditating with himself and smoking every single plant he lays eyes on. I think he forgot that he has to play football in a few months, and that's even if he still wants to. I am so fucking sick of seeing the same headline of Rodgers will sign literally any minute now, just for him to keep holding out for another month. At this point, I wonder if Paul Skeens could play quarterback for the Steelers with all of the football warm-ups he does. I wouldn't be opposed to him becoming a two-sport athlete. So, the Steelers now have a bottom 10 receiver room in the league again, no quarterback to throw the ball, TJ Watt probably wants out, and Broderick Jones is still on the team. Don't worry, everyone. Tomlin is going to drag the team kicking and screaming into another 9-8 or slightly better record, and then immediately get obliterated by the Bills in the wild card round. Again. I see this as a complete win. Could it just be 2014 again, where Ben passed for almost 5,000 yards, Antonio Brown was at peak powers and peak normalcy, and Le'Veon wasn't just an OnlyFans star? In lighter news, new yellow helmets!